Move the goat babies day. They are ready. Apparently the corn flies are driving them crazy. Meanwhile, we are working on getting the chicken house. All right. Yesterday we took the tractor back to the tractor shop to see if we can get the PTO fixed yet again. And so we're moving the chicken house with the excursion again. That's okay. It works, right?
Let me in.
Earlier, Matt started the excursion up and Sabrina ran into me while I was carrying a water bucket. So now I am soaked all the way down my right side. It went down my sock and everything. Hey, Sawyer Ryan. Loves his radish seeds.
Radishes.
So, yeah.
Zucchinis.
A friend of ours works for a farm store, and they were throwing away all of their seeds. Throwing away. She boxed them up and saved them for me. I have 3 boxes of seeds here. And so we're kind of going through them right now, seeing what we can plant for fall. There's so many seeds. Yeah, we are very blessed. Our neighbors are awesome.
Jackpot.
Trying some Moon and Stars watermelons. I've seen a few different kinds of watermelons. Most of these are, well, let's see, we got Livingston seed, and we've got Fairy Morse, and then we got the Seeds of Change, the, see, the box the boys have been playing with over there on the floor.
You've got plenty of these kinds.
Sweet Williams, well, maybe some will come up next year. Good morning. It's Alicia from Providence Farmstead again, and I'm going to try to pick a few things today. Let's go get to checking out the garden. Things are really growing here. It feels really good out here this morning for an August day. And there is a lot going on. There's some weeding that needs done. I haven't been able to get out in the garden much for the past week and a half, other than odd and end things. But look what happened. Our bush beans have a few beans on them. That's exciting, so I'll have to pick those today probably. In addition to picking, I'm also going to be looking at what I'm going to be pulling out here soon, because it is coming up to the end of summer and I need to start putting some fall things out. So this whole row will probably be pulled out. I've got my lettuce that I've been letting go to seed for a while, and there's a lot of Swiss chard in here that's it's just looking horrible. So I will probably get this row out. I'm thinking maybe this is where I'm going to move the roots to. We had carrots and beets and radishes over that way in the spring, so I think I'm going to move them over here for the fall. And then probably where the carrots and beets and radishes were in this row will be brassicas, and then what was the brassicas will be leafy greens. So it's a lot to work on. We have a lot of weeds that need to be gone through, and a lot of mess in the garden apparently. So no big deal. Did want to show you my Kajari melon. Has been producing some melons, and we actually had one, it just fell off the vine. So we're going to eat that in a little while. It'll be our first Kajari melon, and or no, it'll be our second Kajari melon. The first one also fell off the vine. So maybe one of these days I'll get us harvesting one of them. We'll see. This Kajari melon, this is one plant. So, I mean, it's huge. And then I have a cantaloupe back here behind it, and it has 3 melons that are almost ready over here, and then a couple new ones coming on over here. So, yay. Yay for little melons. I may be really behind everybody else on things like that, but that's okay. We're still going to get some. So I need to harvest tomatoes, and I already have half a freezer full of tomatoes, and I need to can them. That is going to be fun. Yesterday I made pickles because cucumbers don't hold like tomatoes do. You know, see the Swiss chard just looks horrible in here. We obviously haven't been eating much of it. I do see a few that are good for eating, so we might have some for lunch today. These peach peppers are a lot of peppers on them, but if you wait till they go peach, they start to rot. So I've been a little conflicted on what to do about that. Hello, nasturtiums and buggies. This is what I'm talking about. It seems like almost every time they start to get a peachy color, they get a bad spot on them. So, see, there's another one here. Just something is eating on them, I guess, and they don't eat on them until they start to turn or something. But I think I'm going to pull a few of these off. That one's not too bad, even though they're not very peachy colored. We don't eat a lot of hot peppers, so since we don't eat a whole lot of hot peppers, I will chop up some and freeze some. Matt likes to make his own hot sauce to put on whatever. So it's basically vinegar and garlic and cracked pepper and hot peppers. I think that's about it. And so I'll save some for that. I don't know if these dry well. They sounded really cool. They're just a hot pepper. They're not as cool as I thought they would be. But that's okay. They are quite prolific. Another pepper I grew that I thought would be really prolific was the Tabasco pepper. But actually, I don't even think it's had a flower on it yet. We can go down and check it out. So I got peppers all through this row too. I started out with sweet peppers and gradually got hotter on down. So at the very end here I have Arapaho peppers, which need some harvesting because there's some down there that are turning red. These are huge hot peppers. But this is my Tabasco plant and there are no flowers on this and no peppers. So don't know what happened. That's okay. Things happen. You know, gardens aren't perfect. Nothing wrong with an imperfect garden. Obviously, we have lots of weeding to do. And, yeah, hopefully soon my back is feeling better. I can get out here and actually work because it's a bit daunting looking at this mess and going, if I bend over for too long, I know I probably won't be able to stand back up. So, trying to hold off. We got a couple of watermelons. These are the Blacktail, I think they're called Blacktail Mountain from Baker Creek. And there's a couple of them in here. There's some other melons down through here, but I haven't gone digging around to see if I see any baby melons, mostly, or watermelon wise anyway. These two here I see, and then over here I have, ooh, what a mess, this cotton's getting huge. Over here I have under this zucchini is an, ooh, under this zucchini here is an orange glow, which is probably going to take forever. That's okay. So, it's a jungle. This whole thing is just like one ginormous jungle. This is definitely my preferred way to grow small melons. And I will put a little space in between them next time. There's a bumblebee doing his duty. Please pollinate all my flowers. It's nice to see some bees out here, regardless of what kind. I thought this was an interesting little butterfly. There's one on Gabriel's shirt the other day. But anyway, other than the fact that my watermelon are coming through here, this is so much easier to see where the melons are, as long as you don't get them too close together. I will definitely be doing this again, but spacing them out a little better. I have cucumbers on the end. because the ones I planted to start with are, there's not enough space in between everything. And I'll show you what I mean. How much blight I have. I think I'm going to pull out most of this first panel here to put sweet peas on for the fall. Or, see, I think I'm going to, I don't know, I might pull this whole row of tomatoes out. There's one or two plants that are doing pretty well still considering, but I mean, this is horrible. This is just, they are dying. This was the Dragon's Eye tomato from Wild Boar Farms. Beautiful tomato, but seems to be very susceptible to blight. Which kind of sucks. And then these are the Amos Collie tomatoes, and they need to come off here. Oh, so yeah, I think maybe this whole entire thing of tomatoes is getting ready to come out, just because this will be an easy spot for me to start some pole beans and some sweet peas. Other than maybe this tomato right here, because this is a blue cream cherry on the end here that I got from my friend. It has had leaf curl ever since I got it. I don't know what's going on, but I keep hoping maybe it'll produce, which I do see some green ones finally coming on. I was not impressed with the blueberry from Wild Boar Farm. It's a little bit too tart for my family. So I thought we'd try that too. So we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, my okra down here, which is growing like a jungle, had aphids. So I dusted them with some DE to try to get rid of the aphids. But this is what I was talking about as far as space, because I have these huge okra plants, and then I have pumpkins that are coming through the fence over there. They are coming through the end. Wow, look at all those pollinators go. Do your thing, pollinators. Do your thing. Pollinators are my friends. Anyway, so this is all melons, but I can barely see through half of this because of the pumpkin leaves in addition, and then the okra that's right here. Spacing will have to be better. I've never grown melons on trellises until this year, and it's a new experience for me. I've also never grown okra, so I should have spaced those a little bit better. Now the cucumbers on this side have been a little easier to find. I guess they just aren't as bushy and don't have as many pumpkins and okra surrounding them, so they've been easier to find. But you can see this is a pumpkin all the way over here, and it's got a great big flower down there, but it is coming from way over there. It's not a pumpkin though. It's a winter squash. Looks like it's a candy roaster. Now that I'm seeing this down here, which are delicious, by the way, if you've never had a candy roaster squash. Very delicious. Oh, I see some cucumbers on the ground. I wonder if Gabriel picked... Oh no, they're attached. Okay, I'll have to go over there and get those. We have a lot going on there. It's like a big old pumpkin forest, that's for sure. See, there's the melon right there that looks like it's doing pretty good, but yeah, there's one on the ground. Trying to get in here and see. There's one over there. It's a kajari. So, yeah, there's a lot of kajaris on the top, which are a little easier to see. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. So I think, like I said, I am going to harvest some tomatoes, put some more in the freezer. I'm going to have one huge canning day. And then I think I might harvest some green tomatoes and can those. I've never done that before, but my mom did. And they made really good fried green tomatoes. So I think I'm going to try that. And then this row will be getting ripped out soon. Look, these even have blossom end right here. Yep. Gotta come out. I want to show you my most disappointing tomato was free seeds, luckily, but from Baker Creek. I grew this, the Purple Russian. I got several packages of seeds of these for free. If you pick them like this, you're good. But if you wait at all, they crack. It doesn't matter on the watering or anything. They are very susceptible to crack. The flavor on these, once they are all the way ripe, is really quite good, I think. I've heard a few people say they don't think so, but I think it is. And for that, I would grow them again, but with the cracking, I have thrown so many of them away. There comes a point in time when you just say, you know, if I'm throwing this many of them away, it's not worth it. So I've got room for something on this panel. These were along this first part here were my cannellini pole beans, and they never came up. So I've got some other pole beans down here that did, but the cannellini never came up, which I'm sad about. I don't know if I got a bad batch of seeds because none of them came up or what. They were all planted at the same time. Look at you with your hair growing out. Yeah, you look a lot better than looking like a shaved poodle, don't you, buddy? Hey, Commander. Are you eating my green beans? Mm-hmm. Are they good? Mm-hmm. Careful, easy with the plant. No, sit down, bend down, and pull easily, okay? Pull easily, and look. When you pick them, you have to make sure you get this piece. If you don't get this piece, if you don't get that piece, it won't put new flowers on, okay? As well. I won't put them on as well.
I'm gonna give mine to my brother. Want one?
That probably needs to go over to the tomatoes because of how many tomatoes are.
Harvesting the beans.
You can harvest beans or start working on tomatoes. That whole first row of tomatoes is what's going to come out for my other stuff.
Save some for Dad, definitely.
They'll get more. Look at that, guys. I got a corbachi pepper. I'm not sure what color it's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be all the way red? Maybe I should wait. I'm afraid something will happen to it if I wait. There's our pepper harvest for the day. Show you something else that's ready to harvest. I put these on my Instagram account the other day. They are so cute. They're called candy corn pumpkins. Getting in this jungle is a whole different object here. Okay, look at them. Aren't they cute? Candy corn pumpkins. And there's so many of them in here. They're like, all of these plants right here are the candy corn pumpkins. So, I'll have to get in here and harvest some of those for some friends. Some local friends wanted some for photo props and for painting. So, I'll get some of those harvested and get those to them hopefully in the next couple of days. Love fall. So ready for fall. Look at all these. Ah, careful not to drop them. Goodness. Well, guys, I'm a hot, sweaty mess. And we have probably officially have enough tomatoes to completely fill my freezer now with not much of anything else in there. So, we're going to call it a day.